This is a triumphant video because if you would recall, about over a month ago, I talked about how I got caught in the act. That was a very disheartening experience, I must say. But I'm happy that it happened, and I'll explain why. First, I'll give you some background. So, when I was 11 or 12, I don't know how I got on the website, to be honest. I'll never remember, probably, but I got on the website, and I was like, wow, boobies! And the rest is history, you know? I kind of just watched, and I was like, oh, this was a really new thing to me. I liked it. I didn't know it was wrong. I was 11 or 12, remember? And to articulate to you how young I was, I ended up finishing. And when I finished, nothing left my body. It was completely dry. But I finished. That's how young I was. And so you can see how my brain got completely annihilated at such a young age. And I kept doing it because it felt good. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know it was wrong. It seemed okay. It seemed like this great new thing. Kept going on. And then I realized, oh, wait, I shouldn't be doing this. This is bad. This is wrong. After like a year or two. And I tried quitting. I was like 13. But I wasn't able to. And it was like that. I'm 17 now. So for literal years, I was trying to quit, but I just wasn't able to. And it just kept getting. At one point, it got really, really bad. At 2 points, it got really, really bad. And I kind of like, okay, I gotta stop. I can't let it get this bad. I can't become a total degenerate. And I got off it. And then it's always there because I used to be a loser. I was always smart, but I was a loser. I was a super nerd. And I really left a lot of that. I started working out. I started a business, making money, doing all these things. Like truly, actually moving up, actually doing productive things. But the one thing I could never get rid of, one thing I could never fix. I fixed literally everything. I can't articulate to you how much I improved, how much I fixed everything. I know a lot of self-improvement YouTubers lie about this type of stuff, but I'm serious. I am dead on. The only thing that was still there, the degenerate loser thing that was still there, was the explicit content. I just couldn't get rid of it. It's like the last thing. It's like the last thing holding me back. Just gotta get rid of this. Like the one thing, just one thing. Like I can't articulate how much it was how frustrating it was. There was just this one thing. For years, I wasn't able to quit. I was really frustrated. And of course, when I make these videos, I always imagine my family seeing it. It's like, oh god, now my family's seeing this. My family, like, what a disgrace to the bloodline. That's all I could think. And deservedly so. I mean, this is really, really, really degenerate. What I was doing, very, very degenerate. Very ashamed to even be made. Even after I quit, I'm very ashamed to even say that I used to. But you move up in life. Anyways, sorry family for watching. My nose. Anyways, so my point now will be that, oh yeah, I got caught, right? Again, not my proudest moment, but I got caught, and there's something to be said about completely burning a neural pathway, because for a very long time I tried quitting on willpower, and that didn't work, obviously. Then I tried doing the easy peasy way, which is changing the way you think about addictions, right, and realizing you don't actually enjoy it, and that helped a lot. That resulted in my longest, streak, I guess. But I still went back to it, and it got better, but it never stuck. When I got caught, something very weird happened. I lost all desire to do it. Because the thing is, I've always been pretty horny. I'm 17. All right, I look like a grown man, okay, because I have a lot of hormones going through my body. I have a lot of testosterone. So I was growing facial hair at like 15. As you see, my clavicles are nice and wide. I have a very masculine developed face. Now, the byproduct of all of this is that my libido is very high. I'm a Christian, I'm celibate, so can't really solve the problem that well, but but you know, I'm a horny guy. Can't believe I'm uttering these words on video, dude. Oh my god, if my mom ever sees this video, bro. I hope that never happens. Anyways. So, it was always very difficult for me because, like, well, I like women and I like titties. I kind of want them. I kind of want to see them. It's like, okay, well, I can just do this. It's very easy access, but I'm not supposed to do it. So I have this issue, right? It's like this thing right here. Because it's not necessarily that I want the explicit content. It's more so I just want, you know, I want women. Natural human desire. A natural male desire. It's like, I really do. It's like, well, I can't really have them in real life because, you know, I'm a celibate and this, that, and the third. So then I, you know, I end up resorting to the far worse. I mean, I think this is worse than actually, well, some ways. In any case, whatever. Getting away from the point. It's like, alright, well, I have this very easy access. It's like, it's right there. It's like a dessert right in front of you. Actually, no, imagine like this. I was like a kid sitting on a table, and there was just dessert right in front of me. So easy to get. That's how explosive content is. You Google it, and you're there immediately. It's like, it's right there. Mouth-watering, delicious. I want it. And more so, because I want to imagine I want that cake, but in the middle there's like this cupcake. It's a cupcake. I mean, it's good. It tastes good at least. But, you know, I really want the cake. But all I can have is this cupcake right here. It's not as good. So, because the thing is, I want to articulate that my desire wasn't really for the content. Because I will hear a lot of people articulate, it's like, well, I was addicted to the content. It's like, well, I'm not really addicted to the content. I'm more so addicted to the women. If that makes sense. It's different. The way I articulate it, the way I think about it is far different than how other people articulate it. It's kind of like I'm not getting all I want. I understand that when I'm doing it, but it's like, I just kind of have to get the fix, you know. At least this is the closest thing I can get right now. Right? But it's very interesting. Right? Because it's like when I got caught, it's like my neural pathway got burnt, right? And I just don't want the cupcake anymore. I don't want the explicit content anymore. It wasn't even hard. It isn't even hard to do, to be honest, at this point. It's been over a month. I'm not counting anymore. Once I got to a month, it's like, alright, I conquered it. Let's go. Let's go! I was so hyped. You know, it's kind of like, you know how something good happens, you go in the bathroom, you want to be like, yeah. That's how I was. Like, after week 3, and the days afterwards, like, yes, let's go. Finally, yes. Yes! Finally! Yes! Like, you see, even now, I'm happy about it. Like, finally! Let's go. I'm just really happy. But anyways, it's kind of like that. But the thing is, I feel like when a lot of people quit, they talk about how, you know, they don't really feel horny anymore. But I still feel equally horny. If anything, I'm more horny now. But I just don't want the explicit content. I don't know. It's very weird. So I want this, like, there's something to be said about shock. Okay, because it's like, I've been trying to, like, imagine it's a neural pathway. Like, okay, you're horny, now explicit content. Like, this is the line. This is the pathway. Okay? And for a while, I was kind of just trying to ignore it, but it was still there. I was trying to, like, you know, punch it. You know, it's kind of still there. But when I got caught, it's like, you get it's like you get a 1,000-degree rod and you just put it on it and the pathway is just, it's gone. The line isn't there anymore. It's completely dead. I don't know how you can replicate it without getting caught. Something shocking I feel needs to happen. I'm not saying this is not the only way to quit. People quit in a lot of different ways, but this is the way I quit. Shock. Complete burning of the neural pathway. I feel like it has a lot to do with the way you think about yourself. Because when I got caught, it really just, like, it always set in on me. It's like, God, I can't really believe I'm doing this. I shouldn't be doing this. Then when I got caught, I just it's like, oh my God, no way. It was like my whole entire self-image got completely destroyed. I felt so ashamed of myself, genuinely. I couldn't think straight for a very long time. It was very awkward. It was very, very awkward. So, I guess I would change the way you think about yourself. Like, you have to have a very positive self-image. Because when you do, you hold yourself to a standard. Right? And when you hold yourself to that standard, anything that vehemently goes against it, and when you realize it, you have to truly, I think that's the thing, you have to truly realize it really goes against your standard, and then I feel like at that point it's very easy to quit. That's my experience. Now, what other benefits have I seen after quitting? I'm a lot more happy. I'm not stressed. My stress is completely gone. I used to be a really stressed person. My stress is basically non-existent at this point. I don't stress over things. That's probably the best benefit. Now, the second best benefit is how I view women. Now, I wouldn't say I'm like a lot of other people who did, because the hot chick is looking at me hard, but I can't believe I'm saying these things where on a platform where my mother could see, God, if my mother saw this, bro, she would flip. Anyways, or a lot of my family in general, but it just wasn't as strong as now, because now it's like my standards are still high, but I can appreciate the beauty of a woman a lot more. Like, even women that are average, it's like, oh, she has a cute smile, she's cute, like, I like that part, I like this, I like that, I like that. I can still acknowledge a natural woman's beauty. I can acknowledge a woman's beauty much better. And it's also a lot more exciting to see a beautiful woman. Because before, it was like, you kind of get used to it, right? Because you're just watching you're just watching it over and over and over and over. Then when you don't for a very long time, you see a beautiful woman, it's like, wow, how beautiful. You can actually appreciate it truly. And I think it would be a lot different, because I hear someone I know, and basically, he's a good guy. Well, first of all, he's a G. I'll I'll put it like this. He It's harder for him to appreciate the woman he has, because he's been stimulated by all these images, right? So the woman he has can't really compare. It also has to do with the woman not really being his type, but in any case, right? The point stands. I feel like it's also applies a lot when you're in a relationship. So I do think explicit content can be a very detrimental to relationships, right? Because it's much harder to appreciate your woman's beauty when you're looking at a bunch of others on screens, like on demand. Like, you just look up a name, then you get like 1,000 photos, 1,000 videos, and you can, do whatever you want to your heart's content. So I'd say that's the second benefit. The third benefit, let's find the third one. Um, you get better erections. I'll say that. Now, I wouldn't say better in terms of, because the things with me is like I never really got an ED from it. Maybe, no, I never really got ED. Never really did. Even when it got really bad, I never got ED. Maybe because my hormones are so strong, it's impossible. But I don't know. I will say though that it's much easier to get it done, because like I don't even need stimulation. It's like, I've recorded some videos and I'm just hard for no reason. God, this video. Anyways, um, yeah. So it's been over a month. I have absolutely no desire to do it again. This is a new chapter in my life, free from this. I hope you could have a chapter yourself. You can start your own chapter where or you already have. Congratulations. Start your own chapter, no matter your, because really think about it. It can't really get any worse than what happened to me. I mean, I was doing it for like 2 years, didn't know it was wrong, and I was 11 or 12. My brain was very vulnerable. Like, if you really think about it, it should have been basically impossible for me to quit, but I ended up quitting. I'm speaking to you now as someone who has quit, and I can confidently say I will not do it again. It will not happen again. I can confidently say, I can say it with full conviction now, because before it's like I would do it like, well, I'm not going to do it again. And then I'll do it the next day. It's like I didn't really have full confidence in it. Now I have a true conviction in it. I will not do it again. And it feels very relieving to be able to say that. And I'm going to make another video about true happiness. What actually makes you happy. And this is something to do with it. There's no better feeling in life. I don't want to just spoil the next video I'll make on the subject, but there's very few things that can compare to the happiness I felt after I quit. After I went 3 weeks, nose, the easy peasy way. It said like 3 weeks and your brain completely resets. I don't know if that's true, but I used 3 weeks as a decent marker of success for me. When I hit 3 weeks, it was like, wow. I was like genuinely really, really happy. One of the most happiest moments of my life when I realized I'm actually quitting. I'm actually done with this. I'm not doing it anymore. Very few things have compared to that. And I hope, as I say, I hope everyone can start their own chapter. Everyone who struggles with this, as I did, can start their own chapter in their own lives and experience the joy I felt and the joy I continue to feel every single day. I feel as if that's a good place to leave it. If I can quit after what I went through, then you can quit. Guaranteed it.